In the rich tapestry of Indigenous Australian mythology, the figure of Baiame stands as a monumental architect of the natural world. Known as the Sky Father among the Wiradjuri, Gamilaroi and Kamilaroi peoples, Baiame's deeds weave through the spiritual and cultural narratives as acts of profound creation and moral governance. This essay delves into the vibrant story of how Baiame sculpted the land and summoned the rivers, illustrating a divine blueprint of ecological wisdom and interconnected sustenance. In the time of first beginnings, Baiame took his place, Sky Father to the people. He shaped the land with grace. From his hands sprang rivers, winding through the plains, breathing life into the valleys, nurturing the rains. At the dawn of time, as told in whispers of the old and etched in the sacred sites, Baiame, the Sky Father, descended from the celestial realms. With a vision of harmony and balance, he molded the contours of the earth. His hands, large and encompassing as the sky itself, pressed valleys into being and heaved up the towering mountains. Each feature bore a purpose, each ridge a testament to his thoughtful artistry. Land and river, sky and earth, in harmony they lie. Baiame's touch upon them, a bond that won't untie. Each element connected in an endless sacred dance, together they are thriving in Baiame's grand expanse. But Baiame's creation was not merely of static land. He envisioned a world vibrant with life, a thriving tableau that would sustain the myriad creatures yet to roam. Thus, with a sweep of his mighty arm, he carved the rivers, veins of the living earth. These rivers surged from the mountains, cascading down like liquid light, pooling their essence into the arid plains, transforming barren lands into fertile havens. The rivers were more than waterways. They were lifelines, ordained by Baiame to nourish and maintain the balance of the ecosystems they fed. From the Sky Father's vision, land and waters blend, mountains rise and rivers flow. Their paths will never end. A new world born of union, where all things intertwine. A fertile earth beneath the sky, creation's grand design. Rivers from the mountains, cascading to the sea, in a harmony of nature, where life flows wild and free. Mountains feed the rivers, rivers feed the land. In this balanced ecosystem, Baiame's guiding hand. Imagine these rivers as threads in a grand ecological tapestry, each stream interwoven to create a network of waterways binding the land together. This network was Baiame's gift and directive, a living system where each element supports another, where the mountains melt feeds the river, and the river in turn quenches the thirsty plains and fills the vast sea. Here, Baiame established a harmonious coexistence, a perfect balance where the land, rivers, and all living things are interconnected parts of a greater whole. Baiame's gift of rivers, lifelines of the earth, transforming barren deserts into lands of fertile worth. A cycle of renewal, where water brings new birth, sustaining all the creatures in a dance of endless mirth. Rivers flow and land blooms, life begins anew from Baiame's ancient wisdom, a world both rich and true. This cycle of creation, a loop that grows and spins in every drop of water, new beginnings and old ends. This divine interplay can be seen as an emblem of Baiame's foresight and wisdom. The rivers, running from peak to sea, represent a reinforcement of life, each drop of water a carrier of potential, spiraling in a continuous cycle of growth and renewal. The ecology of this landscape is a complex dance of cause and effect, where the presence of water dictates the flourishing of life and dictates the transformation of space. With Baiame's gentle guidance, rivers carve the land, dry valleys turn to gardens at his loving hand. Where water flows, life follows, a cause that's clear and bright, transforming arid deserts into oases of light. Rivers weave their networks, binding earth and sea, connecting all the landscapes in a vast complexity. Mountains, valleys, coastlines, all linked by water's thread. An intricate mosaic where life and land are wed. In Baiame's creation, every element serves multiple purposes. The rivers are conduits of life and corridors of communication, linking disparate ecosystems and creating a conjoined existence where life in one form is dependent on the life-supporting capacities of another. This non-linear impact of the rivers manifests in varied ecological benefits. from climate regulation to habitat formation, demonstrating Baiame's non-linear approach to creating an intricately connected world. Not always straight and simple, the river's influence spreads, in ways unseen and subtle, in twists and turns it threads. Microclimates altered, migrations far and wide, Baiame's rivers shaping, from the mountains to the tide. Thus, the story of Baiame is not simply a tale of creation, but a parable of environmental stewardship. It teaches us the sacred duty to respect and preserve the natural world, much as Baiame respected the elements in his creation. It reminds us that each element of nature, no matter how small, plays a critical role in the broader ecological system, and it is our duty to maintain the balance just as Baiame once envisioned. In Baiame's ancient stories, wisdom deep and pure, respect the river's lifeblood, preserve them to endure. For in these flowing waters, the land's true spirit lies, a testament to balance beneath the endless skies. In this vivid narrative, we see not just the work of a creator God, but the embodiment of ecological principles that are deeply relevant today. Baiame's story urges us to view our environment as a sacred, interconnected web, a legacy that we must uphold with reverence and care, ensuring that the rivers continue to flow, the mountains stand proud, and the plains remain fertile for generations to come.